This is Bimbo Barbarella with the Bimbo Barbarella Music Program. And tonight on the College of Knowledge, we are featuring the band AC/DC, also commonly referred to as the Thunder from Down Under. And hopefully, we'll have our regular crew of guests. Let me put out Twitter so she knows I'm on. And of course, everybody knows the band AC/DC. They've been around since the actual early 70s, believe it or not. And they keep cranking out albums. They just released one this year, and it's actually very, very good. Very good. And a lot of people will say, that all AC/DC songs, they sound alike. Hello, Jen, here she is. They say that all AC/DC songs sound alike. Well, really can't argue that, but they found a formula and they stick with it. And they're probably one of the five most popular bands in the entire world. So, you know, maybe don't mess with a good thing. Okay, the link is out there if you would like to come up. Mr. Kropka, I didn't get a chance to call you today because I was very busy. Maybe Moments with Michelle if she wants to come up. Anybody else who has a liking for AC/DC, feel free to make your way up. As long as you're nice and you don't act like a goof, you can stay.
Howdy, howdy.
Jen, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
How's their volume?
Oh, your volume is fine.
Good.
Maybe turn it up a notch. I don't know
Okay.
the qualification for a notch, but
Let's see. The input. I don't remember ever manually changing the
oh
input on
well,
the
then
sound on
Chris,
this
it's
machine,
fine.
but
It's fine.
we'll
It's
see.
fine.
I'll try to
Yeah.
speak
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah. So I had my own doctor appointment today, my cardiology doctor, and I don't know how, but the only good parts of my body are my lungs and my heart. Now, I didn't know that my heart was any good. I thought my heart was black.
I always thought I just had a stone in my chest, but
Yeah,
they told me
exactly.
otherwise.
Exactly. Well, because my liver is a sponge,
Well, at
and
least
here's
it's not.
Mr. Kropka.
At least your heart's not cold and dark.
No, see, but that would make a lot more sense to things.
Well, having a strong heart and lungs, but having trouble elsewhere, it's kind of like a car with a good engine transmission, and it's always the other things that are unhappy, like
Yes.
the alternator or the exhaust, and so you're always going around the periphery. But some cars can run badly better than other cars can last at all. So it's just
Right. I mean, because my car looks like hell. And if you guys remember, like none of the windows work.
mhm.
But it runs good. And Miss Addie Bacall is in the house. Are you gonna stay and do any picks there, Miss Addie, or are you just coming in to say hello? see who else we have.
I'm here.
Miss Addie.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark, how's it
Hi,
going?
everybody. How's everybody going?
Very good. Very
Good.
good.
How about you?
How's the new home move-in going?
It's great. We're here,
So,
all settled,
Yeah,
getting settled
okay, yeah,
in.
because
Still
your
in
background,
boxes.
your background does look different.
It's a mess. That's the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen now. This
Well,
is
it
how
looks
we.
like it looks
This
like
is
you've
just
got the things that
temporary.
need to come out of the boxes, and the rest of the boxes can just be done in the suite by and by. No,
Yeah,
you got the basics in there.
have you
they're all
moved
over
out?
the place though, and they're half full, and stuff still in them. And we got more furniture coming in a week or so. We got a storage unit of furniture coming, so we got to make room for it. So it's
Par for the
But-
course.
yeah, but it's so far we're really happy with it though. We're really happy to
Good.
be here. It's a small town, St. Thomas, Ontario, and it's kind of neat, small town living. Everything's
Mhm.
here,
Right.
but it's
As long as you
neat.
have a beer store, that's all that counts in Canada.
They
Well,
do.
and a Timmy's. You got to have a Timmy's
Yes.
nearby.
There's
And a
three of
Tim
each.
Hortons, yes. Okay, is that what
Okay.
you meant? A Tim
Yeah, yeah.
Hortons, yeah.
That's,
There's three
Yeah.
guitar shops in town.
oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I figured there must be some sort of music scene happening here. So I'll
Mhm.
dig
Oh,
into
that's
that.
good. Well, that would be good for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a music
Mhm.
room downstairs. I have a room all set away for my own man cave. Got
Miss
my
Jen,
keyboard
and
down
can you
there.
put out a tweet about the show being on?
I already did.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Hi, Abby.
So I got a small problem though. I had
What's
an
that?
ACDC list and I lost it. I can't
Oops.
find. We can't find it anywhere, so I can't participate.
Oh, sure. Just
Oh,
make
no.
shit up as you go along.
I bet you
Okay.
can come up with 15 songs. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm a fan of ACDC. Great band, monster band.
Oh, yeah.
And like
That
I
was-
said,
Videos where the crowd
they're
is
commonly referred to as the Thunder from Down Under.
the thunder from down under. Yeah.
The very first the very first album I ever purchased was a vinyl copy of Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. It was
Nice.
bought at a military PX. My dad was part of the public health service, so I could tag along in there. But that was still
Yeah,
there.
that's
But yeah,
there?
outstanding album.
And this is one that was only actually released in the United States. It's a collection of some of their older cuts from like Powerage and High Voltage and stuff.
Hmm.
And the original song on here is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Hmm.
Everything else is from other albums. I have quite a collection of AC/DC.
Wow, there you go. Well,
Um,
TNT and Thunder and the album TNT and High Voltage was essentially the same album, but one was released
Yeah.
in Australia, the other was
Right.
released in the United States. So that was kind of
Right.
tricky too.
Right. And then there's this one that was never released in the US until like 1983 or 4.
Have you ever listened to the compilation album Bonfire, or do you have
Yes.
that?
I
Outstanding.
don't have it, but I know of it. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
What was
It's
your
com-
ratio? Glenn?
What?
Compilation
Okay.
album. What kind of stuff is on it?
A lot of early stuff, a lot of things that didn't make another album. It is kind of a catch-all for things that didn't quite make the albums, but
It's really good because
it's
I've
good
heard
stuff.
it. I've heard it. I don't own it, but I've heard it.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't know. Let's give it a couple more minutes. See if anybody else comes up. There's Grilling and Chilling with Mojo. Hello, how are you? I hope you enjoy AC/DC because you're in for
15.
yeah, you're in for something. I don't know. Who knows what you're in for?
Hopefully not 20 to life.
Yeah.
Like in Jailbreak.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a man murder. I'm in a jailbreak. And you know what? And I actually have an AC/DC music book.
Mhm.
And like I said before you guys came on, people say, "Oh, older songs, they sound the same." Well, yeah, kinda. They found a formula. It works, and they're
Big
sticking
time.
with it. But
I
older stuff
hereby
is so easy to play.
I hereby invoke the "they've got a sound man" defense of AC/DC, because that's what the fans say. They have a sound man, and actually, it's not as easy to play as you think it is. It's not that easy to play it well because they played with kind of hard crunch but a clear tone. They played
Yeah.
very exactly, and when you mess up, it sounds very obvious.
It sounds
So
messed up, right?
right, so they had a minimalist sound, which kind of exposes any bad playing. So if you cover an AC/DC song and you're off tempo, it just you hear it right away. So it's sort of has a clarity and a punch that if you don't hit the chords right, it just sounds like an awful mess because it
Oh
doesn't have
yeah.
crispness. You know, they
And
Totally
so
right
Addie,
on
wait,
that.
oh, wait,
Angus
okay,
was a
we got to hear what
monster
Addie
guitar
did.
player.
Addie said that she left a spatula in the oven and did a dumb thing today.
Oops.
What you cooked? Oh, the spatula, and you ate it, not realizing that it was a spatula. There's also another Australian band that is very AC/DC-ish, and I've got two of their albums. They're called Airborne.
Hmm.
And check them out on YouTube. They're on YouTube. I mean, you cannot tell the difference. You have to know that it's a different band.
Why even the vocalist has that high pitched sort of scream?
Yes, he's the Bon Scott AC/DC.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what's your ratio of Bon Scott songs versus Brian Johnson songs?
I can tell you right now. Hold on. I've got nine Bon Scott songs and 6 Brian Johnson songs.
As do I. That's the exact ratio I have too. I thought I mean, I'm such a Bon Scott fan. I thought that, almost all my songs are going to be Bon Scott songs, but Brian Johnson is a very capable singer. And Back in Black was just such a killer that just had so many monster songs on it. Right after his death.
And that Bon Scott was actually Scottish, and like his family, they emigrated to Australia. So Addie says, I baked garlic bread in toxic fumes and ate some of it.
Oh, no.
I guess it's better than salmonella for dinner.
Well, just a little dose won't hurt. So, I don't know, maybe people will join up as we start. So it's 8:15. So a music cliche. Let's get this train a rolling. We're gonna go. Who do I have? I have, as usual, Jen, Chris, and following up in the rear. No offense. Mark, because I don't know if you like following up in the rear. That's between you and your bride. So.
Are you a backdoor man?
Pitching, catching, it's all the same to me.
We're not here to kink shame anybody.
We don't
Okay,
get
so and I have my discs out here. If I feel the need, I will show you what the disc looks like. But I don't know. Most people probably know most of their things anyway. Oh, but before we start, there are three AC/DC albums that I do not have. I do not have Who Made Who, which is just pretty much a greatest hits thing. It has a couple of songs from the Stephen King movie Maximum Overdrive, which the movie is all right. Um, I don't have one called Flick of the Switch either. Excuse me. And that's just because it's really not that good. I mean, I should probably get it just to complete my collection. And another one that I don't have just because it's not really that good. It will blow up your video. I have every other one. So let us begin with Miss Jen, your first AC/DC.
My first AC/DC, I'm going to really kick it off and get a little bit of a feedback.
Yeah, we cut the other instance, so we shouldn't have.
We have earphones on, so
Yeah, it's.
so I'm going to kick.
You might need to put your earbuds on. Keep that reverb.
Okay, well, how does I sound? Oh, do I need the headphones on or?
No, you'll sound fine.
I think you're
We're
fine.
getting feedback from
the recording and stuff. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe more. Yeah, if you have some earbuds.
So your first one, Jen?
So I'm going to kick it off with Big Balls off Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Yes. She's got big balls. I've got big balls.
That's
We
right.
got the biggest balls
Balls of them all.
Some balls were made for dancing. Some balls were made for something. But
Fancy dress.
Thank
Well,
you.
the balls that are held for pleasure are the balls that I like.
balls that I like best, right?
There you go.
Yes. Yeah, we used to, that was one that we would sing on the bus.
Well, gives you a break from
Okay.
99 bottles of beer on the wall, so you know.
Yeah. Well, if I had a choice between singing Big Balls or 99 Bottles, I would go with Big Balls as well.
Yeah, well, we sang that while smoking cigarettes in the back of the bus. So, you know,
Oh,
Nice.
okay. Yeah.
That's just because you're a problem child.
we had a cool bus driver. It was crazy.
And you know, that's the name of one of their songs. Did you
Yep.
know that? Of course you did.
Yes.
Okay, Chris, you're number 15.
My number 15 from 1980 off of Back in Black. Have a Drink on Me. The opening riff of that song is great. I mean,
Yes.
it's great all the way through.
Have a
Forget about the
drink
check
on
you got
me.
hell to pay. That's a great line.
Have a drink on me. And do you guys know what band Brian Johnson came from?
Ooh, no. But he was
It
a
was a
established
band
singer. Yeah.
It was a band called Geordie.
Okay.
Mm.
And if the historian wants to look it up and prove me wrong, go ahead.
He was a race car driver as well.
Wow. That's amazing.
That I did not know.
Yeah, he in the spare time, he still is. That was they attributed part of his hearing problem to that.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Just the rock and roll, not just the
And-
rock and roll.
And so Addie says that she dumpster dived for an album and fell in love with it. Well, you know what? You know, I'm not too proud to say that I haven't pulled some neat shit out of a dumpster.
That can make
Three's the
good
best
print.
price if you can manage it. So
You know, and like just clean off the old spaghetti, and you're fine.
yep.
Yeah, the tuna fish bone.
Okay, Mr. Mark, come up with one.
How about one that pops to mind is Jailbreak.
All right, like I showed you before, this is Jailbreak. And this was released in Australia only until they broke it big. And then they released it in the US.
So that's an Australian release you have in your hand?
No, no, this is the American one, but the
Oh,
album wasn't released in the US until I think like after Back in Black, they finally released it.
oh, okay. Oh, right, 74. I see.
It's funny, the record companies did seem to think a lot about, well, this song would be better in this market, and that song would be better in that market, and that's kind of how they came up with albums that had sort of different set lists on them. So
Oh,
I
and
guess that's how other bands do
okay
it.
there, Miss Historian. So I was correct, right?
Yes, yes, you were.
Of course. Please. You
Of
know,
course you were. Nobody knows music like you.
okay, and my number 15 comes from one of their newer albums, which is extremely good. And this is by far my favorite of the new ones, called Black Ice. It's very, very good. It's a song called Rock and Roll Train. It's very,
Nice.
very, very good. And um, I'm sure you know how the riff goes. Okay, Rock and Roll Train on Black Ice. Okay, Miss Jen, you're number 14.
My number 14 is You Shook Me All Night Long off of Back in Black.
Oh, yes, Addie. Yeah, they did change the album cover, yes. See, and now, as I usually do when I do, shows like this, I leave off a lot of the most well-known songs. Like, I love that song, but it's not on my list.
Mhm.
Back in Black is not on my list. For Those About to Rock, We Salute You is not on my list. Because I want to bring some songs that maybe not everybody knows. Okay, like that song, "Oh, Rock and Roll Train." Okay, Chris, you're number 14.
Alrighty. This is my list is pretty hit heavy, but this is a little bit lesser known off of Highway to Hell. Girls Got Rhythm.
Oh,
Another
yes.
another killer
Girls got
opening riff.
rhythm. Girls got rhythm.
You know.
And that's another Bon Scott classic.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Enough to stop a freight train or start the Third World War. I mean, again, he was great. He had some great lyrical hooks.
Well, yeah, I mean, because they're all like sleazy and raunchy. I think that's why I like them.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
Definitely.
Because I try very, very hard not to be sleazy and raunchy, but I just can't manage it.
I know. I think your
Okay.
skirt today was way too long.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. And so did you like that caption? I mean, can there be like too much pink? And
Yeah.
and the reason why I captioned it that was because I was at the heart doctor, and the nurse behind, she says, "Oh, hey, oh, hi, Barbara," and she says, "Geez, you think you have enough pink on?" I says, I don't know. I probably could have worn a bow.
There you go.
Next time you'll be wearing the bow, I'm sure.
Okay, Mark, another song.
How about Bad Boy Boogie?
That's
Wow,
a
good
great
stuff.
song. And what album is that from?
I'm not sure. I know it's an old song of theirs, so it's got to be off one of their first couple albums.
I'll tell you in a second. Bad Boy Boogie.
Is that sung by Bon Scott?
That's a Bon Scott,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah, that's off of wow. Live at the Apollo Theater. Let's see.
Well, it's a live album.
I don't
Scott,
know. I know that song.
Bon Scott did play some songs that were very 50s-esque.
I think
even
it was
though it's done a la AC/DC.
Okay. It is on AC/DC. Let There Be Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Okay.
Let There Be Rock.
It's 1977.
Oh, okay.
Bad Boy Boogie. That was good, Mark. That was good. See, now that's a good deep cut that not a lot of people have probably heard. And you got the Bad Boy Boogie. Bad Boy Boogie.
There's a really good video of him doing it live with the band.
I
Really
never
showcases-
I never saw AC/DC with Bon Scott. Well, because I was, kind of young, but
Some pretty
but
good
I did
footage.
see him with Brian Johnson, and they were good. They were good. And if anybody's concerned about my liver, I'm drinking tonic water, and I'm mixing it with some margarita. So at least it's tonic
No,
water.
no vodka with your tonic water.
Where's the
No.
airplane bottle?
Yeah. No, actually, I don't have any vodka, believe it or not. Okay. You'd think that I would, but
I know you're slipping.
yeah. Okay, my number 15 is from the Razor's Edge album. I Can Get You a New Liver on eBay. Addie, yeah, because something I never mentioned before. Something I never mentioned before is I've actually had a liver transplant, and what they did is they just put a industrial grade sponge in me, and that seems to be working fine. That's worked for a couple of years.
Outstanding. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just gotta pull it out, rinse it under a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And Addie's always good for a good black market hookup,
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Bopak. How are you, sir?
Hey, Chris. How are you
I
doing?
go back.
And my number 14 is a song from The Razor's Edge, which is far and away the best of the Brian Johnson CDs. It's a song called I Need a Mistress for Christmas. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I thought of you when I heard that song. I did not think you would pick it. I thought it would be a layover for the holidays.
Well, that's such a good song that I could use that as Halloween and dress up, like an evil mistress Santa thing.
Or like your evil Santa out front.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, hello, Mrs. Hopkins. How are you, dear? Nice to see you. I mean, okay. And what Jen's talking about is in front of my house, I have a Santa sitting in a chair, and he's been there for like 2 years, and he survived Hurricane Ian just fine. He survived. He's still alive, and
I think he scared Ian away. That's what I think happened. Because that thing was really dead set for you for the longest time, and then
that Santa just waved his hand and that diverted the storm over to Fort Myers.
Yeah, it is the freakiest looking thing. Holy cow!
Oh, it is, and like it's something that I actually made. Yeah, because I bought a piece of I bought a bunch of Santa stuff from Hobby Lobby, and I made them. I made them out of cardboard, and it's cardboard, and he's still together after like 6 years.
That's a tough cardboard Santa.
Or maybe he's really not as phony as we think he is.
Yeah, it could be a robot.
Well, I better not bring any luggage out near him. Okay, Mr. Bopak. Stick around because I did mention you in our upcoming science fiction show because I'm science fiction, our upcoming Halloween show because I do want you to participate in that because you will be good. You will be good. You will love it because you fit into that bill of, not being right. So you'll fit in fine. Okay, so we are on number 13, Jennifer.
It is Girls Got Rhythm.
There we go.
I did
Put
not.
it to
I did
rank
not
on
have
there.
that. I did not have that. But that is such a good song. And like I said, because Chris even said it earlier, I could have done all 15 of Bon Scott's.
Hmm. I thought subconsciously I was going to do that because I have that bias, but there's a lot of great Brian Johnson AC/DC songs. So
Oh yes,
I
absolutely.
mean, they stand on their own merit, and
Yeah.
the
Oh
man's
yeah.
been screaming his head off all these years. Just
As previously stated in I Want a Mistress for Christmas. No, Bopak, it's going to be on October 21st. And I don't want it to do it too close to Halloween because I figured that people will be going to parties and stuff like that Halloween weekend.
And should
So
guests
that's why
dress
it's going
up?
to be October 21st. Huh?
Should guests dress up?
If you want.
I got a
I mean,
costume.
All righty. Were you coming as Mark, a Canadian?
Captain Canada.
And so we're seeing the preview of, and so this is a preview of the costume now. That's fantastic because I'm already scared. I'm already
Hardy,
scared.
har.
Or else just stick a big bottle of Molson on your head and go with a bottle of beer.
Then I'll be attractive.
No, Bopak, you don't have to come up with a costume. Just be your cool, creepy self. I'm going to wear my birthday suit. Okay.
Bopak can come as one of his memes.
Yeah. Okay, Chris, you're number 13.
my number 13, 1976, off of Dirty Deeds, Thunder, Cheap, Problem Child. That's a good lesser known hit.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It got airtime.
Yeah, Dead or Alive got a 45, and I Never Miss. That's a song kind of mixes that braggadocio and violence all wrapped up into one.
Gay violence.
Yeah.
And so then you actually are quite familiar with a problem child, huh? Okay, look over there. Look over there. See?
There you go.
I know. I think he wanted to spank me a minute ago when I just said it as Mark he was going to dress as a Canadian.
I mean,
I don't know if I'm white enough to pose as
anybody who comes over to my house and brings that person Prism is a problem child. Right off the bat. Okay, Mark, another one, sir, 13.
Well, I'm thinking that song, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution.
Yes, okay, good.
Very good, solid cut.
Yep.
And Bopak says, whole lot of Rosie. Yes, got a whole lot of Rosie.
Rosie's going to show up on a lot of our lists, too.
Yeah.
It's in my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions, I'll just read them now. Whole lot of Rosie, Dirty Deeds, You Ain't Got a Hold on Me, Hell's Bells, Back in Black, You Shook Me all Night Long, Safe in New York City. That's from one of their newer ones, and Heat Seeker.
Okay.
Those are my
best of the rest.
Wow.
Ain't noise pollution, rock and roll ain't. Okay, Mr. Mark, that's your number 13.
Yes.
My number 13 is wait, where was my list? It's a song from their latest album. And this was released this year, called Power Up. And I want everybody to go on YouTube and listen to the song called Witch's Spell.
Yeah. Now,
It is
just
freaking
listen to the
classic.
whole. Listen to the whole album. Listen
Yeah,
to
the whole album's good, but Witch's Spell is.
Yeah.
I mean, the song is so evil and so menacing that it immediately cheered me right up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're all great songs.
Nice.
It's a
Okay,
really
Miss
good.
Addie. Well,
CD.
thanks for coming on, dear. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Hey, Chris.
Jen,
Hey,
you're
Debbie.
number 12.
My number 12 is Shoot to Thrill from Back in Black. Shoot to
Shoot
Thrill.
the thrill. Way to kill. Good. That's a
Good
good
original
choice.
song too.
Chris, okay, you're
My number 12.
Chris wants to know if he can play. Chris LeClaire. Okay, Chris. Start at number 10. We'll let you play, but you got to start at number 10 because we're on 12 now. So,
Well, my number
I'll call you
12.
when your time comes up.
Yeah, my number 12 is from Back in Black, Hell's Bells. You know, gotta like an AC/DC song where Satan gets a shout out. So I've got my bell. I'm going to take you to hell. I'm going to get you, Satan, get you. There was a baseball player that would have that song played when he came out to play. But
Yeah.
they wouldn't play that song on a Sunday for whatever
Was it
reason.
Braves?
Was it a Braves player? or
I
something?
believe.
I forget, but I know
Barry,
there was.
or Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds?
I don't think it was Barry Bond. No. It was some other player.
I'll
It
find
wasn't
out.
one that was particularly well known, but I just thought that was amazing.
Yes,
Great.
yes, okay. Hell's Bells. My number 10, no, 12. And here's another kind of obscure one.
But we don't have
That
Mark's
is
number 12, right?
Extremely good. Oh, no, Mark. No, sorry, Mark. And you're number 12.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Oh,
Excellent early cut. Yeah.
yes. And I have that ranked a little bit higher. But that is so good. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
So, yeah, it was Hell's Bells played for Trevor Hoffman.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. He was a relief pitcher with the San Diego Padres.
Okay.
Right, Jen?
Yeah, he also played for the Marlins and the Brewers.
Yeah, but he was mostly known for the Padres.
He was inducted to the baseball.
Yeah, because he had like 400 saves or something.
That's a lot of saves.
He was a seven-time All-Star.
Yeah. Okay, my number 12 is from this little-known CD because after, for those about to rock, AC/DC released a couple of albums that, I mean, they're really not that bad, but their songwriting really wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a good song from this one here called Fly on the Wall. It's called Shake Your Foundations.
Mm.
And then the one that brought them back to limelight was Razor's Edge. And everybody knows what song, brought them back to the limelight, which I'm not saying because I have that ranked pretty high. So,
All right.
Okay, Jen, you're number 11.
My number 11 is Let There Be Rock. Title track.
Let There Be Rock.
Great video. It's one of the AC/DC songs where the video really helped the song. I mean,
Is that the one when they're riding in the back of a pickup truck playing?
no, that's it's a long way to the top. The Let There Be Rock is Bon Scott as a preacher, and he's doing these, pointing this way and pointing that way. It's a great song. He
Oh yes.
works in a Chuck Berry reference too.
Yes. Okay, well, we have 9 people viewing. Anybody like to, before we get Chris's number 11, would anybody like to give a couple of their favorite AC/DC songs? Just anybody? Mrs. Hopkins, Bopak, Addie, if she's still around. Anybody else? Feel free to, say your piece, say something good, say something bad, say something stupid. Except Chris Leclerc can't say anything stupid.
He's above that anyway.
He doesn't say anything stupid.
Really? What channel have you been watching? And poor Malcolm, he died. And so now their brother and now their younger brother, Stevie Young, is playing guitar. And Stevie looks like he's probably in his 60s as well.
Yeah.
Bopak says, dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Okay, Chris, you're number 11.
My number 11's from the TNT album from 1975, the aforementioned It's a Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll. And we need more bagpipes in rock and roll. That was
Yes, electric bagpipes.
No.
Okay. Well, believe it or not, I had to look that up because someone had mentioned like what other band would play bagpipes.
Big Country.
Amazingly, tons of them, and even Madonna used bagpipes in one of her songs.
It sneaks
So
its way
it's
in here
been-
and there. So.
Yeah, it's been a lot of songs.
Okay, because it's like a tambourine, which I actually, last time I went to the music store, I bought a tambourine. And I think I told you, Jen, that the guy also had a cowbell.
Yes.
And I was going to buy a cowbell, but, I bought a tambourine, so my next purchase will be a cowbell.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
Bopak says, always need more bagpipes. Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Kropka, you're number 11.
Well, I'm thinking Let There Be Rock.
Good,
There we
good,
go.
good choice.
Yeah.
Jen, and you said that Brian Johnson was the third lead singer of the Australian rock band AC/DC. Who was the first one?
So what it says, let me go back. Brian Francis Johnson, the third lead singer. Yes.
Yeah, he was the third lead singer because there was somebody before Bon Scott.
And
And he only lasted like for a couple of tracks.
Yeah, and he was on an album I think Shockingly Rare AC/DC. He was something like those two cuts. I can't remember his name, but he.
I can't either. I can't
but,
either.
Yeah, it was like.
And then if you want, they actually had a fourth lead singer too. Good old Mr. Axl.
let me see. They
that
had
wasn't a fit. That was awful.
there was
I actually heard some of his vocals. His vocals were actually pretty good.
it was David
He didn't-
Evans.
Dave Evans. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Dave Evans.
Yeah. And he went on to join the band Rabbit, who were active in the early 80s.
Yeah.
And went back
Okay.
to-
Yeah. Okay. Because I've got all of the Rabbit CDs.
Yeah.
Were they Wrestling Rabbits?
I wonder
My
what
number
he sounded
11.
like.
Huh?
I wonder what he sounded like, what his voice was like.
I actually forget because I've heard that Rare thing as well. And
I think it was
he's
a little
only
bit
on,
deeper,
like,
but yeah, it wasn't as
and he's
remarkable.
only on like 2 or 3 songs.
Right.
Okay, my number 11 is from Back in Black, surprisingly. Shoot to Thrill, Way to Kill. And Jen had already mentioned that as her number 14. Shoot to Thrill. And that's the only one that I have from Back in Black, believe it or not.
Wow.
And like I said, I love the entire album. I love every song of the album. I just didn't want to include all the common ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Now we're up to Jen's number 10.
My number 10 is For Those About to Rock, We Salute You.
And that's another thing that you can never get enough of in a music song
Cannons.
is a cannon shooting off.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Wow.
And if you're unfamiliar with what the album cover looks like, hence the cannon.
Yeah, next time you go to the music store, ask them if they have any cannons.
Sound Exchange might. But when I go down, there, I go down there with Moffat. Okay, Chris, you're going to be the last one after Mark Kropka for number 10. So settle down there, Sammy. The problem is that they open at 11. And usually my appointments are like at 7 in the morning, and I'm done by 9. And as much as I like the store, I'm not going to sit around for 2 hours. I could go to Denny's and eat pancakes, but I'm not gonna. Okay, Mr. COO, you're number 10.
From 1975, off of TNT or High Voltage, depending on what country you're from. The title track,
Yes, okay,
TNT.
this is High Voltage. Okay, this is High Voltage. In Australia, it was labeled TNT, which is very hard to get because I've looked at it, and it's very hard to get.
Right. I like that song. I mean, it sounds like Satan himself is doing backing vocals in that song.
Oh, what song?
TNT.
TNT. I'm dynamite. TNT. And I'll win the fight. TNT. I'm a power load. TNT. Watch me explode. Angus was my favorite. Yeah. And I forget where I heard the story of how he adopted that schoolboy look, because there's a reason why he did it. And he was just going to do it a couple of times, but it became so iconic, that he still wears it.
Yeah, sister showed him the outfit, and his sister used to make an outfit for the band. And one time she made a schoolboy outfit, and it stuck.
Oh, really, Mark? Is that it? Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think Bon Scott went out on stage dressed as in female clothes once, and he didn't stick with that. He just did that.
He used to do that regularly.
Oh, okay.
You know where they got the name TNT from? I mean AC/DC from. It was
From
on
a
the
sewing
side
machine.
Yeah, it was on the side of his sister's sewing machine.
Yes, I did know that.
And this cabbie one time was taking the band somewhere, and he was like, AC/DC. You know what that means, right? Do you guys go both ways? What? And then so it was only later that they discovered, much to their chagrin, that it was a reference to bisexuality as well. By then they were stuck with the name. So
yeah.
Which just opened another fan base for them. So
There
what the
you go.
hell?
Yep.
Oh, hello, Susie21. Thank you very much for coming up, dear. We're almost halfway through our list of AC/DC. Susie, and what's one of your favorite AC/DC songs, dear? Susie, have you got a favorite AC/DC song that you like? And I tried to get a hold of Moments with Michelle, but I didn't hear back from her. So maybe she's out doing deliveries. Shot Down in Flames. Oh, that's a good song. Shot Down in Flames. Good song. Good choice. Very good choice. Good choice. Anything with flames, TNT, fire, the devil, thunder. Maybe that's why I like him so much. Oh, and if you didn't notice, the shirt.
Oh,
Yes.
Nice. High voltage.
Okay, Mark, you're number 10.
I'm thinking about that song, Girls Got Rhythm.
Very good.
And did you really lose your list, Mark? Are you making these up off the top of your head?
I'm making them up.
Very good. Very good. You're doing fine.
I'm
For
not,
somebody,
with the order.
for somebody that's not that smart, you're doing very well.
Well, thank you. I really
You're welcome.
appreciate that.
My pleasure. See, because I, above everybody, love to give compliments.
You do. And you're quite generous with them, too.
Yes, thank you. Miss Hopkins says Angus's threads always reminded me of Damien from The Omen. Yes, that was good call, Mrs. Hopkins. And Susie says I saw him live, but after Bon Scott died. Yeah, I mean, because I saw him with Brian Johnson for the for those About to Rock tour. That's when I saw them. Okay, and now the long-awaited appearance. You know him, you love him. You can't wait to hear his 10 choices. The one and only, the outstanding, the man of the hour, the man from Missouri, Mr. Chris LeClaire. Everybody give Chris LeClaire a round of applause. Tubular Bells, by Mike Oldfield. That is so fantastic. And that Bopop is something that you have to just lay on your couch or lay in your bed or lay on the ground somewhere with headphones on, and just listen to the entire thing front to back.
Yep. And absorb it. It's some great piece.
Yeah, Chris. You can come on, but but I don't see where you have your screen up. But you said big balls, okay? Yeah, Chris, if you want, you gotta come on so I can put you on the panel.
He may need a link.
You need a fresh
Maybe a
link there,
flashback from The
Chris
Exorcist.
LeClaire?
Chris LeClaire.
Okay, so my number 10 is, well, you know how I always kind of pull a mulligan. I'll do like a 2-for-1 because it's my show and I can do what I want. And if you guys want to do this too, you can do this too. I don't care. I have 2 number 10s because there was 10.1 and 10.1.5. So it is, can I sit next to you, girl? Can I sit next to you, girl? Can I sit next to you, girl? Can I sit next to you? Out. And Rock and Roll Singer. So there, with the bimbo, you get a 2-for-1.
Nice.
And Susie21 says Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. That's a
Solid
good cut. Simon Wright, yes, he was a drummer, and then they also had Chris Slade was a drummer too for him too. Chris, I did.
Chris, if you scroll to the very first part of the text, you should see the link that we clicked on.
No, there it is there. There it is right there
Okay.
again.
There we go.
Chris Leclerc.
Okay, so we are at number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Jen, you're number 9.
Number 9 is Demon Fire from Power Up.
Yes, that's a good, yeah. And like I said, that album is really, really good. Listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's their
Really
latest
good.
one. It's their latest one. There's good songs here called Shot in the Dark. Oh, Kick You When You're Down, Which is Spelled, Demon Fire, Systems Down. It's good. It's very, very good. It's very, very, very good. So I suggest you pick it up. Look for it on Amazon. It's like $12, $13. Okay, Chris, here you go. And now be a good boy, Chris. No, be a good boy. Don't cause any
There he
problems.
is. Chris.
Okay. Okay, Demon Down. No, Demon Fire.
Leclerc.
Okay,
I got every.
Chris with
I
a
got-
C.
I
Go
got
ahead.
every-
No, Chris, it's not you.
I was just
Chris,
saying I
it's
got
not
every
you.
CD in my iTunes library.
Chris, it's not your turn.
No, I was saying something.
Go, Chris
All
with a
right.
C.
All right, so my number 9 is from 1977 off of Let There Be Rock. Whole Lot of Rosie. That's just a funny, great song. But you give it all you got, weighing in at 19 stone. I mean, it's just funny. I mean,
And
Well,
I remember one time I was on Rosie O'Kelly's channel,
mhm.
and she was talking about music or something, and I says, you know what my favorite song is, Rosie? And she says, what, Bimbo? I can't imagine. And I says, got a whole lot of Rosie. And she's, oh, I love that song. It's about me.
There's a funny story about that song too. Years after the song was recorded, that woman actually came to a show, and she was much lighter. She'd lost a lot of weight, and the band members were kind of disappointed that she was lighter than she was when the song was written. But
I'm sure she still had skills.
yeah, I'm sure. But
Okay, Mr. Canada, you're number 9, sir.
I'm thinking TNT.
Okay, good.
Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Okay, Chris. And so what were you saying before?
Oh,
Okay, Chris Leclerc.
what I was saying before is I got all the AC/DC CDs in my iTunes library.
Oh, okay, because I've got all of them in my physical library except for 3.
And by the
I'm on
way,
YouTube.
I love the new album. It's excellent.
It is.
Oh, you have Power Up? Yes, it is
No.
very good. It is very good.
I downloaded it from Pirate Bay. I download
Yeah,
music
well-
from Pirate Bay.
Okay.
See now,
Perpetual evaluation.
I
Pirate Bay
don't
is
like
free.
to.
Download music for free. That's how I get the new mega. I get all the new albums when I download them for free.
I don't do that, and I never will.
Right, I know.
Because
I know, but
because me being a semi-musician myself, I think that being a musician is very hard, and they need to be paid for their product.
right. I
And
know.
you do that? No, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yes,
here's my
Bopak. It is very good. You will like it. You will like it. It is very good. It's very reminiscent of like a Razor's Edge and Thunderstruck. It's very good.
That's the way I want it.
Yes.
Okay, my
Okay.
turn
Yeah.
now?
Okay, Bopak. Yes, Chris. You're number 9.
That's the way I want to rock and roll.
Which album
And
was
what
that
album
from?
is that from?
That is from Heat Seeker. No, blow up
Right,
your
very
video.
Both your
Huh?
video.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's one of the 3 that I don't have. Okay, Chris, that was a good call. Okay, Jen, you're number 8.
My number 8 is TNT.
We've all included that
And
song
Abby
so
said
far.
that she gave up Torrent Year. I remember there was something called Kwanzaa or Quasi or something like that.
Kazaa.
That's it, huh?
Kazaa.
That was
That was there briefly after Napster kind of came and left.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a fan
Bopak says,
of
"But I
everything
will
on
give the
YouTube.
balloons for a concert." Oh my God, I gotta highlight that just because that's so silly. See,
Leave it to Chris. Crazy Chris.
and this is why you need to be up on the Halloween show there, Bopak.
Yes, Bopak.
Kaza, yeah,
Please.
Kaza, yeah. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum. How about a little bottle of margarita to go with my tonic water? So,
Do the bottle of.
yeah.
Best cheap bourbon you can buy.
Oh my God, I'll never forget the time, and the time that you said, oh, here, Bimbo, you want some iced tea? And I said, yeah, and I took a big swig, and whatever it was, it burnt my insides for like 4 or 5 hours.
Our old friend Evan Williams, Black Label.
Oh, that was it.
Good stuff. Yes.
That was funny though.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was.
I would have been hurling myself, but you take it like a champ.
Well, when you have a liver, that's a sponge. It's kind of helpful. Okay,
There you go.
Chris with a C, you're number 8.
My number 8 is from 1977's "Let There Be Rock." The title track, "Let There Be Rock," for all the reasons we've mentioned earlier. But great video, great song, very theatrical.
Yes.
No one knew
Let
what
There
they
Be
was going
Rock.
to do, but Tchaikovsky had the news.
Yeah,
That's
Let
a
There
very
Be-
reference.
Yes. And they pulled a lot of their riffs from like 1950s, which you had
Mhm.
mentioned, previously. Okay, Mr. Canada, you're number 8, sir.
Getting tougher now, but rock and roll ain't noise pollution.
You already
Yeah,
said
that is your number 13.
Oh, I had a feeling. How
I mean,
about
you can like it.
Beyond My
More
Dog?
than a feeling.
Oh, you shook me? Okay, good.
You shook me, yeah?
And so Susie to anyone says, got any absinthe? Have you ever tasted absinthe, Wormwood? I don't know. I'm debating absinthe or that two-headed fish again. I don't know. I did not like that at all. And I know that I was watching a show, Mr. Whiskey Man on on Old Humble, distillery, and he showed a bottle of absinthe, and he said the same thing,
Which was?
that he hated it.
Yeah, it tastes like licorice. So
Yeah. Well, and I
Yeah,
understand.
like
I've read though that the wormwood, the fungus, that doesn't really, it's not what makes it particularly potent. It's just got a lot of alcohol in it. So,
Yeah.
but remember when we were in St. Martin and we
Mhm.
went to the liquor store and the guy was giving us a whole story on
right.
absinthe?
Yeah.
But he said that there was a difference between the absinthe they got there. Theirs was the real stuff.
Mhm.
And what we get in the US is not.
Okay.
Yeah, because
one-
they won't allow the real wormwood, was what I understood. That may have changed.
The one alcohol we can't get in the U.S. that would be amazing, but to get
Can I tell you?
Buckfast. Go ahead.
Can I tell you what I got the other day?
What'd you get?
Well, I have an Xbox One S now. I already have that. I bought a PlayStation 4 for 120, and I'm going to flip it for 200.
Good.
No.
back
Good.
to the liquor
Okay,
though.
and so what were you talking about? Okay, so what were you talking about, Chris?
I bought
About
a PlayStation 4. I bought a
No,
PlayStation-
the other Chris.
no, Chris, the other Chris.
Oh,
just making reference to a beverage that you can buy in Scotland and the UK, but you can't buy in the US. It's called Buckfast. It's brewed by monks, but it has 15% alcohol, but it also has a hell of a lot of caffeine in it. So it's
Okay.
like a cheap wine Red Bull concoction that Scottish hooligans like to drink because it makes them drunk enough to do terrible things, but awake enough to keep doing terrible things. So,
Yeah, there's a
Andy-
drink called a Nikolachka, and it's a coffee bean inside brandy, and you're supposed to just suck the whole thing back,
uh-huh.
and it keeps you up and high.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
here's another interesting fact: is the Heineken that we buy in the United States is not the Heineken from Holland. Heineken has a special brewery in the Bahamas just for the U.S. market.
Oh, really?
Canada,
Interesting.
in Canada, you can buy Holland Heineken, but not
Yeah,
not in the
I thought
U.S.
so.
Interesting.
Bimbo, do you like Kenny Loggins?
No, no,
Have you ever heard of sourdough whiskey?
no.
Mm-mm.
Supposedly it's
Okay,
brewed in
okay,
Alaska,
no.
and
Okay,
it's got
no.
a guy's toe in it.
Okay. Oh, geez.
I know if you drank too much, I guess you'd be one toe over the line.
Well, I guess you could,
Bad jokes.
toe in the line, toe in the line.
I can't.
Okay,
I
Mark
can't talk.
LeClaire, you're
I guess I can't talk music with you because I have a lot of music you're not going to like. So I don't know, but I love AC.
yeah, absolutely. I can guarantee you that. Okay, Chris LeClaire, you're number 8.
From the 2014 album Rock or Bust, Rock the Blues Away.
Okay,
Nice.
and this is the album that he's referencing here. Rock or Bust. This album
really don't-
was okay.
Okay.
It's not
Yeah.
one of my favorites, but it's still a good AC/DC album. I mean, if you're gonna listen to something driving, an AC/DC album is gonna do it for you.
Yeah,
It's not my favorite, but it's not terrible.
So you really don't like
good
Kenny
driving
Loggins?
music.
Chris, do you
No!
like Kenny Loggins? Chris, do you like Kenny
No,
Loggins?
why are we talking about Kenny Loggins on an AC/DC show?
He's okay. I mean,
Chris
he's got a song here or there. I don't know much about his discography, so I don't.
Oh,
Oh,
Well, he
the
did a
only thing I
Loggins
like-
and Messina thing. That was some of the things he did with Messina was really good.
Yeah,
Right,
okay,
right.
now that I like.
His early stuff,
Yeah,
I like his early stuff better than his later stuff.
yeah.
and I know you
yeah.
like
Oh,
Styx
your mama
Fist too,
can't.
right?
Your mama
Oh,
can't
yeah.
dance.
Styx.
Your daddy don't rock and roll.
I know you like
That's
Boston.
Loggins and Messina.
I like Boston. Bimbo's not so
Oh,
fond of Boston.
Chris, we are
Yeah.
not talking about Boston. We're talking about AC/DC.
I'm aware of that.
Don't
Okay.
feed
Well,
the
then-
beast.
But everybody else is talking about other stuff too, besides AC/DC. So
No, we're not talking about Kenny Loggins.
We do have 15 songs to go through, so we want to kind of keep the tempo up here. So we're up to number 7, right? Are we up to your number 7?
Yes.
Honey?
Yes, Jen.
Yeah, of course there was the song 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, but AC/DC had to turn it up a notch and do Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And that's my number 7. Take the easy way out, right?
Take the long way home.
all moved now.
Pardon me, Chris?
Are you moved now?
Yes, Chris. All done.
All right.
He's actually working, and he's actually working from the kitchen. That way, if he wants to grab a quick hot pocket, he can. Mom, I need more hot pockets, Mom.
His hot
Okay,
pocket ready.
Okay,
Oh,
Mr. COO, your number 7.
My number 7, already mentioned, but it's for those about to rock, the title track. It's and it's funny that there's a lyric that I always kind of misheard or couldn't quite understand. The sky's alight with the guitar bite. Heads will roll and rock tonight. I always thought it was like guitar fight, instead of guitar bite. But no, great song, great canon work. It's my number 7.
You need to buy this. If you like AC/DC, you need to buy this.
Live at.
Live at
backwards.
Donington. Yeah. Okay, that is
Donington.
good. That is good. And I've
It's
seen
very
that
good.
before.
It's excellent.
I've
DVD.
seen that before, Chris. I've seen that before. Yeah, that does look
Okay.
good. Because I didn't bring out any live ones on purpose. I have Live at the River Plate when they were in Argentina. That's a good show. That's good.
Mhm.
But, when we do these shows, unless it's specifically a live show, I don't want to include live songs. So, Mark, you're number 7.
Getting tougher now. Boy, I'll tell you. Hell's Bells.
Already. I don't think you've chosen that one yet. So.
This compilation,
Great song.
albums only.
Compilations are fine. I don't care.
We did studio albums.
Well, most songs that are on compilation albums were originally on a studio album.
Yeah,
although
so studio albums is the best way to go.
sometimes a
This
compilation will have a single, but singles count too.
Just go to Wikipedia and pull up the band, and then pull
This
up.
song
just-
wasn't on it. But this song wasn't on an album. That's why I asked if I could use it.
Yeah,
Sure. I mean, if it's a
Okay,
studio
go ahead.
cut,
What, Chris? Go ahead. You're number 7.
From the album "Who Made Who."
Yeah. So what
Title
song?
track?
Who Made Who?
Yeah, that's the
title
name of the
track.
album. Who Made
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yes,
compilation.
I know, but that's the song. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
and that's the name.
okay, because Who Made Who actually comes from a Stephen King movie called Maximum
Okay.
Overdrive.
But the album's called "Who Made Who,"
Yes.
and there's a whole bunch of other songs from other albums on it, though.
Right.
Man.
Okay, Susie to Anyone talks about lightweights and reefer madness. Susie, you will like this. Now, it's my show, so if I want to go off on a tangent, I can. Guests can't, unless they're given strict written permission. Susie to Anyone mentioned Reefer Madness. I have this collection of cult classics, and it has the aforementioned movie Reefer Madness. If you have ever seen the movie Reefer Madness, I think that it was actually made to be, like a sincere documentary. But it is
It was.
it is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my
It
life.
is. It is hilarious.
It's got reefer madness, sex maniacs, cocaine fiends, girl gangs.
Sounds like one hell of a party.
Yeah, really. Oh, reefer, cocaine, girl gangs,
got a
sex
PlayStation?
madness.
You got a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox?
No, I don't have any.
None of us are
PlayStation.
Xbox or PlayStation people. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I have a PlayStation 2, and the only thing I play on PlayStation 2 is Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, so where are we? My number 7. My number 7 is. That was my list. My number 7 is. Wait, no. Wait. Oh, what am I on?
well, no. Did you give us your number 8? You're
No.
not you or number. No. You're number 7. The next is 6 with Jen. So
No, okay. Okay, because I forgot to give my number 9.
Yeah, well, not to-
but
My
you didn't
number
forget your
9
8ers. Yeah.
My number 9 was from High Voltage called The Jack.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
And if you don't know what The Jack is, don't ask because I ain't telling you. You got to listen to the lyrics.
Bimbo, not to be rude, can I just show you these 3 CDs I got real quick?
Okay, Chris, when I'm done speaking,
Okay.
and then you have to raise your hand
Okay.
like you're in school, like you're wearing an Angus Young uniform.
Okay.
My number 8, which I did not give. Geez, how can I be so far behind? Because I'm not paying attention to my own show. My number 8 is from Courage, probably one of their best albums, called "Give Me a Bullet to Bite On."
Hell yeah, that's
Give
one
me a
damn good album
bullet to
there.
bite on.
Hell yeah, that's a
Something
stoner.
to chew.
That's a good. You get stoned on
Give
that
me
album.
a bullet.
That album never connected with me. World Damnation's a pretty good cut, but the rest of
Yeah.
it, it kind of pales in comparison to some of their earlier stuff.
Well, yes,
but
it does.
it has its strong
Okay,
defense.
Chris Leclerc, what? What?
I know you're gonna laugh at me, but you're more than welcome. I'm gonna show them to you anyway.
And who is that?
It's the Sunshine Day, the best of the Brady Bunch.
Oh, that's actually probably pretty funny.
Okay. And then
Because
I got this one.
because I remember
Oh,
the
Partridge Family.
Oh, I got no problem listening to the Partridge Family, but
Okay.
but I love the episode of the Brady Bunch. Oh, the Osmonds. I'm
Annie
not
Marie.
Osmonds. I love the episode of the Brady Bunch when they're in the airplane and they break out into that song and they're going up and down the aisles. Remember that?
Yeah. Debbie said that
Oh,
that Brady Bunch is the worst CD. I don't know how anybody. She said it's like a novelty. Most people will not buy that. It's like a novelty.
oh, I would not own it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
hopefully,
only did own it.
hopefully somebody will make a death metal cover version of,
Yeah.
of the album, and then that we can get all the people that wouldn't have liked the
Right.
original to like the death metal version.
Okay, so where are we at? We are at Jen's number 6. Yes. Miss Jennifer
Yeah,
and
what's your number
6
6?
here.
Hers is Hell's Bells, Back in Black, 1980. All right.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You know,
Chris,
even
Chris, you're number 6.
okay. My number 6 is off of Back in Black, the aforementioned Shoot to Thrill. Too many women and too many
pretty much
pills.
have had that one, haven't we?
Yeah, it's a solid hit. I mean, it's got to be on the top list. I mean,
Yeah.
very solid cut off of Back in Black.
Shoot to thrill, way to kill. See, and right there, those lyrics, they caught me. I said, oh, I love this song.
Got my gun at the ready, gonna fire at will. Yeah. Nice.
Okay. Mark Kropka, your number 6, sir, would be.
Now I'm wondering if I've said
And
this
you're doing good
already
for making these
before.
off the top of
I've been writing them down so we can teach you if you do. Which one?
You shook me all night long.
Yeah, you had that as your number 8.
Yes.
Okay, then you know what? Back in Black is a great song.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good choice. Back in Black, it hit the sack. It's been gone so long, don't want to go back.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah.
Let loose from the noose. That's kept me hanging around.
Okay,
Right.
Chris LeClaire, you're number 6.
Would be Flick of the Switch album. The song is Flick of the Switch.
Title track, okay.
And if you're not, oh no, okay, now that's one of the ones that I don't have, and that's probably one of my least favorite albums. The song "Flick of the Switch" is okay, but I just don't have that album because I really don't like it. But no, Chris, but that's a solid track. That's a good song.
Bimbo, are you a metalhead?
You've been watching my show for how long, Dopey?
Yeah. One night you have to dress up like a punk rocker.
I have. I can dress up like anything you want. I'll even dress up as a nun.
I'm glad we're finally getting along now.
No, we're not, because I still don't like you.
Oh, okay. Laugh out
You can be
loud.
part of the
number
order of.
6.
Go ahead.
What?
I was saying you would be part of the order of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence.
My number 6 is from the Dirty Deeds album, and it's another of. And one thing that was great about AC/DC was all their songs had such double and triple entendres. Squealer, when I held her hand, Squealer, made me understand, Squealer.
You know
That
what?
whole album was great.
The most
Very
played
solid.
song ever, the most overplayed song is "Shook Me All Night" by them. It was
Yeah,
overplayed.
well, that's why it's not on my list.
Right.
Squealer is, just Squealer.
It's hard to believe that was 40
Okay, we are down to our final 5.
We're up to.
Susie
yes,
says, whips and feathers. Meow. All right.
And we're up to number
5.
5.
5, Jen.
Go Down off of Let There Be Rock, 1977.
Deeper cut. All right.
It's actually the first cut on the album.
I don't
So-
remember if I know that song. I'm sure I've heard it. Oh yeah, okay.
There's something about it just grabbing me.
Oh no, okay, and that's why you like that CD, okay, because Problem Child's on it. So that's
My theme song. Is that my
Yeah.
theme song?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Everybody needs a theme song.
Yeah, you and your buddy Prism, that thing. Okay, Chris with a C,
All righty.
number 5.
Right, from 1980. The title track of Back in Black. I got 9 Lives, Cat's Eyes, Abusing Every One of Them, and Running Wild. I mean, it's just a great screamer from Brian Johnson. So
And you know what? I loved about their lyrics? Like I said, so many of their lyrics, they were sometimes kind of juvenile, but they were great. They were great.
direct, pared back communication. I mean, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Straight up
Because
rock and
then
roll
you have,
lyrics.
because then you have guys, like Neil Peart, whose lyrics were so deep and intense.
Mhm.
And then you have AC/DC, who just said, "Squealer, suck their fingertips, squealer." You know
Straight
what?
ahead, sex, drugs, rock and roll. Yeah, there you go.
That's it. in that
You don't
order.
have to be complicated unless you want to make it
No,
complicated.
it does not. Okay, Mr. Kropka, you're number 5, sir.
Shoot to thrill.
Way to kill.
You know, I said I apologize, and I wish I didn't lose that list because
Oh,
I kind
no,
of
Mark,
blew
you're
my
doing
wad
fine.
before the end, and I said my best favorite AC/DC songs already.
So you have to come up with 4 new deep cuts that you really like, but
Yeah,
haven't
Mark,
thought
you're-
about in 20 years.
Yeah, you're doing much better than I
No
would,
pressure.
Mark. So
Okay,
kudos to you.
okay, Chris LeClaire, you're number 5. Chris,
Yep, here,
LeClaire.
number 5 is mine is Dirty Deeds, Thunder Sheet.
Yep. Solid cut.
That's gotta be at least 5. It can't be no lower than that. It can't even be number 10 if you're on the list. It's gotta be way up there.
Mine's a little high. I have mine a little higher, but yeah, it's a good song.
I didn't even have that on my list. And like I said, I do that intentionally because I know that everybody else is going to have all of these ones on there, and you don't want to hear me, parroting the same schlock. So
I'm not a big Bon Scott AC/DC fan. I like the other guy better because I grew up in the 80s and
Brian
90s.
Johnson. Oh,
Yeah.
I love Bon Scott. My number 5 is. I've shown this many times, and I'll show it again as long as I have to. Jailbreak.
All right.
Number 5. Jailbreak.
Great song.
And the video is good too. Watch the video. The video is really good. Okay, so rhyming is for amateurs. Oh, Susie, we did do the Doors a while ago. Hold on, and I can tell you when we did the Doors. Yeah, because we did the Doors this year, didn't we?
Yep.
Have you,
So that wasn't one of the shows that got purged.
No, I don't think so.
No.
have you heard
Um,
anything more about
oh.
Fort Lauderdale?
What?
Have you heard anything more about Fort Lauderdale?
Well, it's still in Florida, right?
Yeah.
Is it still soggy?
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale
okay.
didn't get anything.
Still don't have
Okay,
power.
Susie, we did the Doors. Susie, we did the Doors on 4:30 on April 30th, and even Addie participated in that one, but she isn't doing it now. I don't know why. Because she doesn't. Because I don't think that Addie likes me. That's why she's not participating. That's just what I think. So.
Addie should. She's always good on these.
Okay. I don't like Nirvana enough. I do not like Chris Cornell. He was who? Alice in Chains or Soundgarden? I forget.
Soundgarden.
Patti Smith is good, but she doesn't have enough songs to do a show. We could definitely do The Cure. Absolutely. I could do The Cure show. I could easily do a show on The Cure.
What are you
Yeah,
drinking?
Susie, like I said, it was April 30th. And if you go to my channel, the Bimbo Barbarella music program, go through all my videos and you'll see it. It's April 30th. Okay, so where are we?
Number 4 for Jen. Oh, Silas Jones. What soft drink are you drinking?
I'm drinking Mountain
Me?
Dew. What are you drinking, Bimbo?
Mountain Dew? All right.
Okay, so we're at number 4. Jen, you're number 4.
My number 4 is Back in Black.
Great song.
Okay, Chris with a C, you're number 4.
Also off of Back in Black, You Shook Me All Night Long, for all the reasons we've already mentioned.
Yeah,
So, Mark, what's your number 4?
Have I mentioned Highway to Hell yet?
you have not.
No.
Then
Mhm.
I'd like to offer that as my
Okay.
number 4.
Okay.
Please.
And you know something that always puzzled me is how come there is a stairway to heaven, but there's a highway to hell? Because it shows you where most of the bitches are going.
Oh yeah, they're going down where they're going to have a good time. I mean, think about how interminably boring heaven would be. Just like be like a church service that would never end.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
you know, you go down to your highway to hell. I mean, it's going to be hot down there, but you know, you'll have your martini glass full of kerosene. You'll be at the club. You'll be talking to all these great people. You
and
know,
everybody loves loves a little bit of torture and whipping and bondage and stuff. I'm just saying,
Everybody will be there.
not me. I'm just saying what I've heard.
Chris, you
Well,
like the
well, yeah.
cars? Chris.
the Cars. Yeah, I like the Cars.
Okay.
That's a possible band to cover, but I'll leave that up
Yeah,
to
and the
Imbo.
Cars we could do that. But like I said, when this show is done,
Yeah, we
Gotta
pitched
make it
the next band, the next topic. usually in the
Bauhaus.
show.
Oh God, Bauhaus. See, Susie, Bauhaus. I love Bauhaus, but I don't think enough people have heard Bauhaus.
I've
think
never
you'd
heard
be
anything they've done. I'd
surprised.
have to go from the very beginning.
Yeah, yes, Chris, you heard the song. Bela Lugosi's dead. That's Bauhaus. Bela Lugosi is dead. Okay, so anyway,
On the blank.
okay, Chris LeClaire, you're number 4.
Mine's Rock and Roll
Is what?
Damnation. Rock and Roll Damnation.
Good song, good song. Rock and rock.
I think that's the best cut off of Power Age.
Damnation. She's my whipping boy. Rock and roll damnation.
Chris
Even like
LeClaire.
Kraftwerk. Oh, OPOC. Kraftwerk. Now,
How do you
Well,
pronounce your last name?
have you guys ever heard of Kraftwerk?
Heard the name.
Oh, they're like German synth pop, and they're actually called like krautrock. Very good, Devo. I think we had mentioned a Devo song, but I think either Chris or Jen didn't like Devo.
No, I'm good with Diva.
I think there's a number of bands we could do like a top 5 of. Like we could do a show with
Top
like
5.
three or four bands where you do top 5 and you do like a lightning round. You just plow right through them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We could do say like a 3-band show, 5 songs of each. Yeah, we could do something like that. Black Hole
For band-
Sun. Yes, that's a good song.
But for the
Patty.
bands that have shorter discographies, so
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because Susie 21 says Amy Winehouse. Poor Amy Winehouse. If you listen to the song I wrote called 27, I actually mentioned her in there because she died at that magic age.
So talented he was
yeah.
So, my number
as a
4.
writer, as a
is-
singer, as a performer.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Thunderstruck.
You like
That's
Nazareth?
the first mention so far. That's a great song.
Yeah.
Okay.
My number 4 is Nazareth. Is Thunderstruck. What'd you say, Chris? Nazareth?
Yeah. Do you like them at all? They're hard rock.
Yes, of course I love Nazareth.
Okay. Cool.
Give him a dog bone.
Prince, I don't know, we could do a and now Prince I think would be good in sort of like that round of three that
That'd
that
be
Chris
too hard
would-
to do. He has
Huh?
so many albums. He has so many. He has like 32 studio albums.
Oh yeah, I know.
What about Elvis Presley? Anybody like Elvis?
Oh no, Chris, stop. We already did Elvis Presley.
Oh,
This
we
is a
did?
rock
I
show.
didn't know we did that
Yeah.
show.
This is
Yes,
rock,
we did.
Yeah.
and it wasn't an official rock show. It was an off rock show.
Okay,
we're up
so we are at
number
number 3. Jen, you're number 3. We're down to our final 3, everybody.
My number 3 is A Whole Lot of Rosie.
Next time I go on our show, I'll mention, we did an AC/DC show, and a lot of people picked her song. Oh, Susie, that must have been a great show, because I know that Jennifer N is a big April Wine fan.
Yeah,
And
April
Mark likes
Wine.
him too, and Mark likes them too because they're from Canada.
That's
Like
right.
April Wine. I love Prince. So
April Wine were okay.
Okay.
They were around a long time, and
Yeah,
they were a fair share of hits. Their fair share of hits.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
They got a lot of radio play up here in Canada.
Yeah, because I've got 2 of them. One that I have is Nature of the Beast,
Excellent
and the one that
album.
comes- and the one that comes right after that one.
Harder,
Okay, but
Faster?
Chris, huh?
My number
Yes,
3?
yes. You're number 3.
This song has not been mentioned yet. I'm really surprised. It's a fantastic song. Also off of Highway to Hell. If You Want Blood, You've Got It. I mean, that's just a fantastic song.
Oh yes.
Feeling like a Christian, locked in a cage, thrown to the lions on the second page. He's talking about, being, criticized by the critics and having to try to prove himself. And then it's sort of the genesis
If you
of
want
that song.
blood, you've got it. If you want blood, you've got it. Okay, Mark, 3 more. Mark, you're doing fine. 3 more, sir.
Well, I had to get a little help with this one, thinking I had to look and hear, thinking of songs that I've heard before. And there's a song called Walk All Over You.
Yes, that's a good
Wow.
song. Yes. And nobody's mentioned that yet. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Good deep cut. Chris LeClaire. Number
Yes,
3.
go, Chris. You're number 3.
It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
Yeah, very good song.
Yes, it is, Chris. Yes,
I think
it is.
most of us have mentioned that one. Yeah, that was good. Good cut.
That has to be at the top of the list. That can't be at the bottom.
It's a solid cut. Yeah, it was at the beginning of their career.
Right.
Commenting on the struggle of getting established.
If I were to rate all their
Okay.
albums, I'd put Bon Scott at the top and all the other ones at the bottom.
Okay, my number 3 is the mentioned previously by Jen, Chris with a C, and Mark, the aforementioned TNT. It's dynamite. TNT. Okay, down to our final 2. Final 2, Miss Jen.
My number 2 is Highway to Hell. It's probably their best known.
It's a great song. It's a little higher on my list. So.
And now, I know you guys have seen my Highway to Hell shirts. I was going to wear that one, but I didn't want to skew the audience voting.
Okay, my number 2 is the aforementioned Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. I had to put it up there because but my connection to that album and the song, and it's just
Oh,
a
yeah.
great song.
Hey, you have plans for me? Is that what you're saying?
The
Is that your connection?
got a lady and you want her gone, but you ain't got the guts. No.
That's why I said take the easy way out.
Yeah.
Come right in, forget about him, we'll have ourselves a ball. There you go.
Okay, Jen. Just make sure that you don't walk too close to the stairs. Lately, just stay away from the stairs.
I just thought of that. We're in a single-story house.
Yeah,
Oh.
we have a stairway to the attic, and that's it. So
I mean, because you guys know my house. Oh, we got like the 2 stairs, but I'll still fall down 2 stairs.
Oh yeah. I can fall off one, so yeah, I'm easy.
Hey, Chris. Okay, Mark, you're number 2.
Giving the dog a bone.
Oh, that's great. Nobody's mentioned that yet. Giving
Yeah.
the dog.
Solid
a
rocker. I
bone.
like that one.
Man, Mark,
And
you're
that's
hitting them out of the park.
And that's from Let There Be Rock, right?
Thank you.
My friend Will, that's one of his favorite AC/DC songs too.
Oh yeah.
Right? Is that from Let There Be Rock? Let me look. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't know what it's from.
It's it's a Brian Johnson, so it's after, but I don't think it's on Highway to Hell. I think it's on maybe an album or 2 after.
It is on Back in Black.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay. Interesting.
Log in.
Okay, Chris LeClaire, you're number 2.
I don't know if this song has been on the show tonight, but it's from the album Thunderstruck, and it's one of my favorite songs. It's called Money Talks.
Yes, that's a good song. That's a very good song.
Deep cut,
Money
yeah.
Talks.
Yeah.
There you go, Chris.
Money Talks.
Now, my number
Hey,
one
Chris,
song
you're
is
not doing too bad tonight, and you're acting, semi-normal, so that's good.
My number 1 song is going to be tricky. It's going to
It's
be.
not your number 1 turn yet.
I know, but I'm saying I'm going to have to think hard now on my next turn.
You're gonna throw us a curve, eh? All right.
All right, bring it on, Chris.
All right. So, but now we're up to number 2 by Bimbo. What do we got?
Well, I did it again. I have 2 number 2s. Just
Sneaky.
like I say, it's my show and I can do whatever I want, so I don't care. My first number 2 is a song called "Hell Ain't a Bad Place to Be," and that comes from Let There Be Rock.
Mhm.
Very good.
And also from Highway to Heaven is a song called "Touch Too Much."
It's a good rocker too.
And if you listen to a song that I wrote called "One of These Nights," and I played it, I pretty much stole that riff completely and just used the same riff, but just, put in my own words.
Good artists imitate, great artists steal. And I stole that from Picasso, so there we go.
Addie says that she loves Thunderstruck.
I got it right here. I got this. I got it right here.
Susie says Highway to Hell and Back in Black are my favorites. Yes. I'm on a highway to hell. Okay, our final song, Miss Jennifer N. Your number 1.
My number 1. Well, since I started out with Big Balls, I figured I'd end it with Squealer.
Ah, classic choice. Classic choice. I love that song. I love that song.
I love that you mentioned it earlier.
Okay. And did you think that anybody else was going to mention that?
Well, I don't know.
I'm surprised. It's
never
got a
know.
deeper
Because that's kind of a deep cut, and not a lot of people have probably heard that song.
Highly recommended.
Oh, well, thank you, Susie. Thank you. That's very nice to say. That's very nice to say. Well, and you know, Susie, that my birthday is coming up. If you want to buy me a birthday gift, and you know when my birthday is? No, Susie. And do you know when my birthday is? It's whenever you want to buy me a gift.
I'll make sure I send you a card.
Yeah. Okay.
Bimbo's birthday observed.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. See, and Chris, because I have a scanning machine, so if there's like no cash or no gift card in it, I won't even open it. So.
Okay.
Oh, very efficient.
That's funny. And don't send her a Halloween card.
Oh, hello, Miss Debbie.
Very good.
Okay, Chris with a C, you're number 1, sir.
Yes. Hey, Satan, paying my dues, playing in a rock and roll band. Hey, Mama, look at me. I'm on the way to the promised land. Highway to hell. It's a fantastic song. And the timing, I mean, Bond passed away a few months after that album was released. I mean, just that's timing.
And you know what?
Yeah.
And you know what's so sad is that, you know, he died from alcohol poisoning. And now I just wonder, how much freaking alcohol do you have to drink to poison yourself?
See, I thought he died from the inhalation of vomit.
Well, there was,
which is like that's a Jimi Hendrix died that way, and I think a few others did.
I've known people have died of cirrhosis of the liver. People can die from cirrhosis of the liver.
That's the slow motion method.
Of course, yes, of course.
And I know
Chris. Okay, Chris.
We've
Like
reached
I
a
said,
Wikipedia moment.
Chris, like I said, because I had my liver transplanted, and so my liver was so bad that they just put a like high grade industrial strength sponge instead of my liver, and that's working fine for me all these years. So
you drink a lot, Bimbo?
Huh?
You drink a lot of alcohol?
Oh, I drink 30 hours a day.
Oh. No, I'm serious.
I'll drink to that.
No, I don't drink every day.
Oh, okay.
And I actually can't drink as much as I used to because I do have cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh.
Mark Kropka, your final song, sir.
Well, I'm not sure if I mentioned this or not because of the chaos that I'm in here, but who made who?
No, you have
I
not.
don't think so. No.
No.
Okay, who made who?
And that's actually a good song. But the album, it's, you know, because it was like a movie soundtrack.
Right. They were focused on fulfilling Stephen King's artistic vision instead of their own.
Okay.
But, you know, paid him a
like
couple of shekels.
It's like they also did the soundtrack for Iron Man 2,
Yes.
which was no new original songs, just old rehashes.
It was like a compilation, I'd say more like.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Okay. Chris LeClaire, make it a good one.
I got a good one here. I got a really good one here. I hope you know this song. If you were around you were around.
Wait. What did you say?
Obviously, you were around.
Said you hope that I know this song.
I know you don't.
Know
You're the
who
college
we're
of rock
talking
and roll,
to?
so you know this song. I guarantee you'll know it.
Go for it.
The song is called Big Guns from the Last Action Hero soundtrack CD. The #1 song, Big Guns.
Big gun. What made you put that on the top of your list, though? I mean, what was it about
I
it
love
that was?
that song. I love that song, and I love the movie, even though the movie bombed at the box office.
That's really not an AC/DC album, though. But
Okay,
If no, if you like it, I will allow it.
Okay, thank you. Yes. And I know you've
Okay,
heard of
yeah,
that.
so-
Did you like
Yeah.
that song?
yeah. Okay, and because I allowed you to put that, make sure that you get that card in the mail by like Monday.
Yes. You want a copy?
There you go.
And would you like a copy of this CD? There's a lot of great bands on it.
No.
Okay.
My number one.
But
Coming
Black
to
and
the
Black is
final
my
song
all-time
of the-
favorite album, though. My favorite album ever, Black and Black.
Great album. Yeah.
My favorite song, the final AC/DC of the evening, is wait, hold on. I got to read something that Eddie wrote. I got to drive a tractor trailer once in real life and heard Who Made Who playing in my brain. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, and it comes from the movie called Maximum Overdrive. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like these trucks become like haunted or something, and they start like running people over. And well, it's Stephen King,
goodness.
so you know that it's fucked up.
He likes vehicles that kill people, like Carrie,
Christine.
yeah, the
Oh, yeah.
No, Carrie had the race.
58, 59 Plymouth Fury that crumpled itself and crushed the
And that was
occupants.
so cool. And that would like come apart, and then it would go, and then at the very end of the movie, when Carrie goes through like the car crusher and it is like a block, you hear music coming from the block. So you know that Christine ain't dead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still alive in there.
Anyway, thank you guys for letting me be on the show tonight. I appreciate that.
No, okay.
No.
All right.
Alrighty.
All right,
So
Chris.
I'm gonna
Well,
jump
thank
off
you
here
for coming
because
on.
I already got my number one song. So
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Okay, and you're very
You guys
good.
can chat later.
Okay,
I'll
you
call
were
you
well
later.
Dropping by.
behaved. You were well
Okay, Chris.
behaved, except for a couple of times when I had to scold you, but
Yes.
that's to be expected.
Yes,
Kenny Loggins on an AC/DC show.
I know.
Oh, good thing I'm not drunk.
Gotta cut a foot loose.
My number
There we
one
go.
song is, as before mentioned, the song that features the electric bagpipes. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll.
That's a great,
Great song. Great video. Great song. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because that's the video that they're playing in the back of the truck, right?
Right. That's correct.
Yes.
That was a great
Susie,
show.
and the next time I have a show, honey, why don't you come up? And Addie and Miss Addie, yeah,
We got-
she's I guess going through some sort of things,
She's
so
still
she didn't
nursing
come
her
up.
cat, kitty
She's
cat.
very good and very entertaining when she's on because she always has, some knucklehead stuff to say.
I always love it when Addie's on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We got through our full list of 15 each in just under 2 hours, which is good.
Which is good, yeah.
Good for conciseness. So yeah, it's nice.
Yes, it was. Okay, so
Wow.
yeah, because I do want to get going. I don't want to stay on too long and ramble. Coming up on October 21st, we're going to do our Halloween Spooktacular. And I know that's very punny. Okay, and the way that I want to work this is you've got to cover 15 Halloween topics. It could be a song, it could be an album, it could be a book, it could be a comic book, it could even be a picture that you
Wow.
like.
Wow. So we can really kind of go off into some
Yes.
far
yes.
field tangents here, but
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And I thought that I would like to try something different.
Mhm.
And that's going to be on the 21st. And
Okay,
like I
2 weeks
mentioned
from today.
before, I don't want to make it too close to Halloween because, you know, Friday the 28th, people probably going to a lot of Halloween parties and junk like
Right.
that. So that's why we'll do it on the 21st. And then after that, the College of Knowledge is taking a hiatus. Because you all know now that I work for the county, and that whole 2 weeks from like the 21st until election day, I'm going to be working a lot.
Mhm.
And and I did mention a week in November, I have to go to Moffitt Cancer Center, and I'll be there for 3 to 4 days because I have blood cancer, and they found like microscopic little nodes, and they want to like radiate them, which is very good because with like the radiation they can like pinpoint it and zap it.
Mhm.
And they're small enough that it just radiate them should get them, and I won't have to take chemo, so then I won't lose my hair.
Mhm.
And our next show after the 21st, and I'll mention it again on the 21st, is going to be December 2nd.
Wow.
And that will give you guys time to, because I'm sure that everybody has to see family and stuff, Thanksgiving, and nobody wants to be bothered with our, knuckleheadedness, around Thanksgiving. Yes. Okay. Mr. Bopak. And I'm serious. Oh, Chris. Ms. Bopak, I want to see you on the Thanksgiving show, on the Halloween Spectacular. Okay, Susie, thank you for coming up. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Good seeing you, Susie.
Very entertaining. No, Bopak, I'm serious. Come up on the 21st because you will add some credibility to our insanity.
There you go. A little extra spice for the show.
Yeah.
And as I always say when I close my show, I want to thank every single person who was on the panel. I want to thank every single person who is in the Right Side chats. Thank you for coming up and watching our show. I'm sure there's other things you could be doing on a Friday night. You could be watching something on Disney Plus. You could be shaving a cat. You could be shaving a cat. You could be cooking Hot Pockets like Mr. Canada is going to do.
Certainly.
So, that is it. We're going to call it a night. Remember, 2 weeks, the Halloween Spooktacular. And anybody on the panel, if you guys want to dress up in costumes, yeah, because Mark is already like showcasing his, so that's good. What?
Hey.
What?
Did you mean that nicely?
Yes, of course. My heart was in it. Okay, but I did go to the cardiologist today, Mark. I did go to the cardiologist, and my heart is actually, my heart and lungs are the only good parts on my body left.
Oh, yeah, the giblets. You got good giblets.
Is that what it's called?
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah. Mighty nickname.
Maybe in Canada. Okay, Miss Addie. Thank you, dear, for playing. You, of course, are wonderful. Bopak says, I will bring spooky stuff. That's exactly what I want to see, Chris, from you. Spooky stuff. Spookiness.
Yeah.
They're creepy and they're spooky. They're all
Now-
together. Ooky.
I bet Bopak even has some audio that he's created that's probably pretty spooky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. Okay. Yeah, so Jen, I will talk to you this weekend. I'm sure about
Yes.
something. I'll complain about Al doing something dumb.
How's Al doing?
Well, Sunday we
Sleeping.
have an adventure.
What?
We're going
What?
out to a meadery. We're going to go drink mead.
Over in Smyrna, yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Drinking mead. And what are you
Yes.
going to carry around? And what are you going to carry around a big turkey leg and pretend that you're in,
Oh
like
yeah,
the
we'll have a
1500s?
huge, horns, and we'll pretend to be Vikings. It'll be great.
Which they never wore, actually.
Really?
Yes.
No, Vikings never wore hats like that. They never did.
Yeah.
Well, mead
Okay,
is
now
made
Valkyries did.
from honey, so it's a.
Okay, now Valkyries did. Oh, Valkyries wore
Yes. Yes.
horns like that.
Oh, it's made from honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
provides the sugar.
Honey and fruit juice.
And have you guys
Oh.
ever tasted mead before?
We
Because I've been
did.
to a Renaissance fair, and I thought it was horrible. I honestly,
Well-
truly did.
It's kind of like a flat, fruity beer, basically.
What was your mead like at the Renaissance Fair?
Horrible.
Did it taste like Morgan Davis 2020, or what did it taste like?
I thought it was better than
Rookie
an Arnold Palmer.
2020.
Well, and you know what? And you know what? That special iced tea that you gave me that morning tasted better
Really?
than mead.
Oh, okay.
No, we had it at we have a home brewery place, and they had a tasting. So they let home brewers come, and you can
Okay.
sample home brewers.
I think the sugar content
Stuff.
is going to be really important. If it's too sweet or not sweet enough for your palate, you're gonna take a sip and go bleh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay, because you guys know my friend Suzanne. You've seen her before.
Okay.
Okay, her husband's son runs like a small like beer thing. Okay, just like Mr. Old Humble does.
Uh-huh.
He does like a microbrewery, and I've never tasted it, but supposedly she said that he won like some Tampa Bay award for something. So
Oh, that's great. And
Yeah.
where is he located?
Home brewing, yeah, it's a big business now.
yeah,
But people have to be really careful to keep everything super clean, because if you get bacteria in your beer, you're going to create something that tastes like the inside of a skunk's ass. I mean, it's awful. You got to keep all the piping and keep everything clear. So,
is that what you're drinking now? The inside of a skunk's ass?
oh no. See, this is almost pure alcohol. So all the bacteria
Oh,
are
okay.
scalded to death. Keeps me clean from the inside out. Yeah, I'm not drinking homemade beer.
Yeah. So that should be fun and interesting.
Visit my
Okay,
friend
so
Will.
Bopak says. Okay, so Bopak says going to a Renaissance festival tomorrow. Actually, yeah. I mean, I've been to a couple of them, and they're actually pretty cool. I like it, because I always liked, to be the, wench, that was like, trapped in like the stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I found
With a
that
re-
entertaining.
With a really long skirt, right?
Me with a long skirt? What are you talking about? Oh, what are you talking about, Willis?
Oh.
And And then he says, "Oh, some it's just a crappy country fair." Oh my God! Oh my God! There was one Renaissance fair, Bopak, that I went to. I forget where I lived. I think I was living right outside of Knoxville. Before I met Al, I was living with this guy Gordon, and we lived up in like Kingston, Tennessee. And the Renaissance fair, they had rides, like a Ferris wheel and a tilt-a-whirl. And I never saw any pictures from medieval times when they had a tilt-a-whirl. You know?
The clash of the centuries.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Time
yes.
out of mind. Great Scooby
Okay,
Dan
guys.
cut.
Well, I think we had a great show tonight.
Definitely. Thank you for having us.
Great show tonight, and it's always my pleasure to do these. And we didn't have really that much of a crowd tonight, but a lot of the stuff gets like good replays after, because people says, oh my god, Bimbo made a show. And
Hopefully that one person in 2027 that's watching this show will be really satisfied and edified by the show. So
I think people like it. People like it. Remember to hit those thumbs up, people. That helps the algorithm. Share it out on Twitter or Facebook, whatever you're on. If you know any rockers. It's always
that's it. Okay, yeah, that's historian. Oh, that's the historian there. Oh, doing her job. Oh, pimping my channel.
Hello, Scully.
Mr. Scully, we're just closing up. Oh, we did a show on the band AC/DC. Oh dear, I'm sorry that you missed it. Oh.
But see if he can be on the
yes. Okay, Mr. Scully. And now listen up and pay attention, because you will be fantastic on this. Okay?
Yes.
On October 21st, we are doing the College of Knowledge Spooktacular. And what it's going to consist of is 15 topics. And it can be pretty much anything Halloween related that you like. Maybe a song, maybe a band or a band album, a book, a comic book, even a picture, something like that. But it's got to be Halloween related. And you, my friend, I know how creative and how funny you are. You will do good on this show, because Mr. Bopak is coming on. And Mr. Bopak, he's a genius and a fruit basket all rolled up into one. Is that not a compliment there, Bopak? A genius and a fruit basket rolled up into one. So, yes, Mr. Scully, but that's coming in 2 weeks. And my shows always start on Fridays at 8 o'clock. And when is your next show there, Scully? Bopak says, I'll take it. Jen, and can you do me a favor? Can you drop Scully's link in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay, I would be honored to have you come up on the Halloween Spooktacular.
That would be great.
And I just love saying that, because that's so punny to say. Spooktacular. As if that's never been said before, right? Sunday. Okay,
Yeah.
Sunday, 9 o'clock Central Time. All right. All right, Mr. Scully. Yeah, the only things though is I always have to go to the doctor's office with Cat Daddy, especially now because he's really getting worse. Okay, and if anybody watching is not familiar with Mr. Scully's House of Thrillers, there's his link. Go check out his channel. It's fabulous, fantastic, and he is a great entertainer. Great entertainer.
Indeed. Great
Okay,
author,
good.
great entertainer.
Okay, so he says that you'll come up for a bit. Good, cool, good, 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 good. Yeah, because me and the historian, we're gonna pimp the hell out of that show because I want to see 700 views.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
Because you're gonna have goals.
I don't get 700. I don't get 700 views a month.
Yes, you do.
No,
Yes,
I don't.
you do. You need to start doing some shorts. Hey, don't like that. Good to see you.
Yeah, and don't like that. And you just missed the show because we're done with our ACDC top 15.
Don't like that.
But thanks for coming up. It's always a pleasure to see somebody nice and somebody that we know and like. So yeah, but it's 10:15 and I'm tired because I was up all day. The short film is called Avant Garde. Cool. Okay. Okay,
Yeah, I've had a
Mr.
busy week, Scully. And I think you also
Okay.
did a new intro or something too, Scully. Isn't that true?
Okay, yeah, okay, because I mentioned that that was wild. That was crazy. I
Yeah.
like that. Oh yeah, see. Oh, okay. So Mr. Scully says his favorite song is "Dirty Deeds Done Dirty Deeds Done Cheap."
Done dirt cheap.
Boom, bum, 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 bum.
It's actually so easy to play.
You know, though, Angus, with his riffs were so easy, but man, the way he
He's-
Yeah,
ran
okay.
around.
You still have
Oh,
to play it
God,
right. You still have the
Okay,
timing.
yeah, but like Chris said, I mean, yeah, they're easy to play, but if you don't play them right, they sound like crap.
Oh,
You
yeah.
got to play it right.
And he played loud, too. So any mistake,
Oh, yeah.
if he made a mistake, it's a loud mistake.
Well, Mark, what are some of the AC/DC songs you and your bands in the past have played? Have you had any AC/DC songs that were in the
Yeah,
mix?
just goofing around, like warming up and such. We haven't really concentrated and really learned any of them, but just riffing, just having fun. We've done them all pretty well. Highway to Hell. What other riffs? Whatever the guitar player, it's usually the guitar player that sets
Mhm.
everybody off. And
Right,
then
right.
Just
the
play.
guitar player will start with a power
Okay,
riff.
just play a GCD and you have an ACDC song.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so Don't Like That says biggest balls of them all. So Don't Like That likes the song Big Balls.
That was my
And that
number 15.
Oh, 15.
Yep. I think Chris Leclerc had it a little bit higher on his list.
Well, Chris only had 10, but it was his 10. So, okay, guys, I do got to get going because I'm tired. I was up
Get the butt
early
crack
all
dog.
morning.
I've been sleeping on an air mattress this week, all week, and I haven't gotten, I think, more than an hour in a row.
That's hard,
Oh,
not
that's
getting any
awful.
sleep.
Like, get yourself in a real bed here soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Scully, the Beatles. Some of their songs were very simple. A lot of the Beatles music, though, was done like in studio with overdubs and stuff like that.
And we did a
That's
show
what a lot
on
of
the
their
Beatles.
music
That's
was
I don't know
overdubs.
what day it was, but we did a Beatles show too.
I can
Maybe
tell you
about
when that was.
two or three shows back. So if you want to
I can
review
tell you
that,
when
you
that
can
was.
see our top picks for the
Because
Beatles.
this is the official College of Rock Knowledge book.
Here it is. Official.
The Beatles, and I open up right to it, was Saturday, July 16th.
There you go.
Cat Daddy feeling better today? No, he, oh my God. And like I did a terrible thing today, which, you know, I know that's hard to believe
Yeah.
that I did a terrible thing today. He says, oh, I don't feel good. I'm weak. I can't eat. I just want to sleep. And I says, well, that's because you got the COVID. And he says, really? You think I have the COVID? I said, yeah, probably. He says, oh, man. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you tell him he probably got it from not?
That's kind of cold. You don't want
Did
to
you
put
tell?
that thought into somebody's mind that has dementia.
Well, you should. If you're going to tell him
Especially when they
that.
don't have a mind left anymore. That's even worse.
Well, no, what they'll do is they'll cling to something negative, and it'll create a feedback loop in their head. So,
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you should have
that's the
said-
thing.
you got COVID because you never wear a mask. That's what you should have said, and then he would have been more conscious about wearing a mask at the doctor's office. Never. Because he would forget by the time he went again.
I mean, I don't have any problem wearing a mask at a doctor's
Al
office
does.
or
No,
Al
no,
does.
no,
yeah.
no.
Or,
And like a doctor's office
drugstore.
is like a doctor's office or hospital is one of the few places where I can almost see wearing it because there's nothing but a bunch of infected fucks in there
Yeah.
anyway.
That's
It's a
right.
petri dish. I mean, it's that. Yeah, it's in your self-interest to not to minimize the amount of breathing other people do on you there.
Yeah, I don't even like sitting in the seats.
I mean, that doesn't bother me, but just no, I try to keep a distance and wear a mask if I'm in a hospital or a doctor's office because they're there for a reason. Just like that, you go to the drugstore, somebody's like, I have a little bit of a cough. Like, stay the hell back.
Well, I noticed that even though they didn't have a mask mandate, they had said if you're they're testing for COVID, to stay in your car. Because I guess people are coming in saying, hey, I'm here for a COVID test.
We can do that in
Okay,
your car, sir.
Okay, and so don't like that said, okay, maybe he ate a four-headed fish.
Gotta hate that, yeah.
No, cream corn's all it takes, apparently.
And oh my God, and like, did you tell Chris that? No, okay, Chris, oh, this is true.
I've heard it.
Yesterday, he said the same thing, that he was sick and he didn't feel good. And I said, well, what did you eat? He says, I had a can of cream corn. And so I said, okay, so cream corn, where the fuck did he find cream corn from? We must have had it somewhere in the cabinet, probably behind the, the cat food or, behind the, behind, like the pickled herring or something. And so I looked at the corn. It was dated 2020.
Wow. At least it wasn't dated 1989 or anything,
I mean, 2020 is probably still decent to eat, but I don't
anything
like
out of a
cream corn.
can, yeah.
Yeah, but it has a lot of starch. So anything high in starch is candidate for going bad quickly, even though it's canned. Like even the stuff in the refrigerator, noodles, bread, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It'll make you sick.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
just
see,
because of the sugar.
see, Miss Addie, and Mr. J. Scully likes you. At least somebody does. It might have had an iron buildup. Oh yeah, from the can. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The cans are aluminum, so
Yeah,
that's,
they're aluminum these days. They
No.
have that BPA wrap in them.
I don't know if this was aluminum can.
Has to have been.
yeah, it would have been
I mean-
aluminum, and they don't even use lead to seal the cans anymore. They use something else. So
Well, let it be a lesson. If you go to an old person's house, go through their canned goods and throw out
The old.
The old stuff, because I was on Bimbo too. Like my dad, when I went through his stuff, it was pitiful. He had so much expired food. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's important.
And like I said, because when we were on this, hurricane, scare, I went to the store and literally, there wasn't much left on the shelf but beets. And I says, well, beets are okay because I like beets.
Mhm.
And I said, Al, you could have eaten beets. He says, oh, well, I didn't know how to cook them. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Don't have
You
to.
want to see what I got to deal with on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Scully says, if there's a bubble on the can, don't eat it. Yeah, that's
That would be bad. Cool.
thanks
Shouldn't
for
eat
that good
that.
common sense. That's good common sense.
All you have to do is slam it down. It opens, kind of like the Watt biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't eat it.
Botulism. That's what's for dinner.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, that was a. That was,
Mr. Mark, so just moving in, have you been able to go food shopping yet, or?
We just look for a couple of basic things, but no.
yeah,
Cupboards
going
are
through that.
bare. Gotta do all that. It's a long weekend up here too. This weekend, it's our Thanksgiving,
Yes, it is.
so we gotta get out tomorrow and get a few things before that.
And do they have Canadian turkeys or?
Canadian turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what a
Yes.
Canadian turkey says, right?
Say that again, Jen?
You know what a Canadian turkey says?
No, what does the Canadian turkey say?
Gabelle, gabelle.
Oh.
Only if they're from Quebec, eh?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, you remember that
Les dindons
W-
québécois. Qu'est-ce que ça c'est?
Chris, and
Oh, gobble, 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 gobble.
Oh. American Queen.
Oh.
I love bubbles. Yeah, I love bubbles too, but I can't think of the last time that I ate one.
Do you remember that
Microwave Vienna sausages.
Only in Champagne,
God.
and they're good in Champagne, but otherwise.
Oh,
Remember
my
that
God.
show WKPR in Cincinnati?
Oh yeah.
When
yeah.
they had the Messman had a turkey giveaway where he
Yeah.
let a whole bunch of turkeys go from a helicopter.
For the love of God, I thought they would fly.
Oh, okay. And so I guess this was Bopok's dinner tonight. Microwaved Vienna sausages,
Yeah.
lukewarm scrapple, and a side of fried spam.
Next time you're going to have the spam, baked beans and spam.
Nothing like potted meat variety.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
the-
Somebody mentioned potted meat earlier. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, don't like that said. Expired potted meat. Oh, that's even better because that adds to the that adds to the gelatinous flavor of the taste.
Or perhaps the lobster
And he
thermidor
says
okra
fried
with
spam is
spam.
a poor man's Taylor ham. Yeah. Actually,
So-
fried spam is not bad. I will tell you the honest truth.
It is good, fried. I like bologna
Mrs.
fried
Hopkins said-
too.
I find spam
Mrs.
a lot
Hopkins,
smells a lot
says
like
that-
cat food.
yeah. And actually, I'll tell you what, and I'm not being funny, and this is God's honest truth. I've tried some of Misfits ocean whitefish, and that's really not bad. And Mrs.
Spam?
Hopkins says that her mom won a turkey from a radio station for sounding like one.
Ah, very
well, I
good.
know a lot of people.
You never knew
sound
when
like
that skill. Who knew when that skill was going to be rewarded with meat? That's outstanding.
Scully said his daddy used to call bologna and hot dogs horse cock and donkey dicks.
It has that stuff in your je ne sais quoi. But something. No, spam is good when you pair it right. There's an item called spam mitsubi. It's basically sushi, but with spam in the middle and then the rice around it. The rice kind of balances the real saltiness of the spam, so that's really good. And of course, in the Hawaiian restaurant we go to in Atlanta, they have a dish called spam mitsubi. No, not spam.
Spam mocha.
Spam moko.
Mocha.
And it's fried spam with a fried egg on top and with gravy on top of that. I mean, it'll kill you, but you die happy. And then you got the rice and the macaroni to go with it.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. So
everything that's absolutely awful for you is on that one plate. It's fantastic. Thank the Lord.
I hope the time that we went to that sushi restaurant, I didn't eat fried spam, thinking it was like calamari or something.
No, I didn't notice that they snuck some spam with it.
And so Susie says spam is like turkey bacon. What?
Oh, spam's 1,000% better than turkey bacon. I have to disagree.
Spam. Turkey bacon, why bother? Yeah, turkey bacon. Yeah, I mean, bacon's expensive, but I'm not going to eat turkey bacon.
Go for the pork bacon or no bacon at all.
We
did I ever tell you this? And did I ever tell you?
And then shape it in the shape of a chicken leg.
Oh.
And then cook it in the oven. And then have our own homemade chicken legs.
Wow.
Spam, made from spam.
Of course, nowadays you wonder if the chicken would have been cheaper than the spam.
Now, yeah.
And okay, and now sometimes I get accused of making stories up. I don't know why people think that, but I get accused of it. But this is the God's honest truth. Up until I was 10 years old, I thought that there was a difference between a pig, like bacon, and pork. Because my mother told me that there were animals called pigs and porks. And I did not realize it until I was like 9, 10 years old, that they were the same thing.
Wow.
This is actually a feature of most of the world's languages. Your reference to the animal as an animal and your reference to the animal as a food product is denoted with a different word.
Yeah.
That's a very universal thing because we want to distance ourselves from the unpleasantness that we've harvested an animal to provide the meat. So we name the meat something distinct from the animal that it came from. So that's very human. It's very very normal thing, and it's very universal.
Okay, no, but that's where I think some of my psychosis still after like after 50 years, because my mother used to do shit like that to me all the time.
Right.
Oh, tell me like the most outrageous stories because she also once told me that like her grandfather in the Ukraine invented the question mark. Wow, that's cool. She said, yeah. Oh no, trust me, she was as messed up as I am.
Did you go and tell your teacher that? I'm sure you did.
I don't remember, but I thought it was true until I got to thinking. I'm saying, wait, what?
Oh my gosh. Well, you definitely got your personality from your mom.
Oh, absolutely. And like I told you, how I was like 6 and 7 years old, and like other girls were listening to like the Partridge Family and the Jackson 5, and I'd be listening to Black Sabbath and Steppenwolf and the Rolling Stones, and she would play it so loud that coming home from school, I got off the bus and I could hear it like halfway down the street say, Mom's home.
There you go.
And the neighbors hated her. Because she was playing that stuff, and she would tell basically then if you don't like it, move. Yes, Rocky Mountain oysters. Yes, I've never had Rocky Mountain oysters, and everybody knows what they are, right?
Yep. Hey, my dad was the rock and roll fan. My mom didn't like rock music so much. I mean, in the car that mom drove, usually there was like Neil Diamond or something, or
ABBA.
classical. No, Dad liked ABBA. My mom didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought your mom liked ABBA.
Yeah. Of course, Dad had a colleague from Sweden, so I mean that was the tie-in. But
Crawdad
no.
stew, and yeah, and now like crayfish are good, but they're so
A lot of
little,
work.
and there's like too much work because the payoff's not that big.
Yeah, now I like them already prepared and done like a crawfish pie or something like that. That I like.
Well, I like crawfish etouffee and jambalaya and all those
Mhm.
dishes.
Yeah,
What do they
yeah.
taste like though? Shrimp or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're like little lobsters.
They're like-
They're closer to lobster than shrimp. They're kind of earthy though. They're kind of
They're kind of more like lobster, the langostino, the freshwater langostino.
Oh,
I guess it varies, but
Yeah.
they're certainly closer to lobster than they are to shrimp.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and
And like you can believe in whatever deity you want, but when they were making animals, they were just up there drinking wine, saying, "Oh, come on, let's do this."
then when they were super over the top messed up, they created the platypus. I'm gonna make a mammal that lays eggs, man.
And has a duck bill.
Yeah. And God is the creature that could have made Pokemon real, but he was like, nah, man, malaria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, God. Let me give you an old pat on the back there.
Okay, guys.
Mike.
Okay, all right. It's 2.5 hours, and I gotta go. I'm tired. Okay,
Alrighty.
thanks everybody for coming up.
Thanks,
Mr.
Bimbo.
Scully, I will do my damnedest to be on your show. Let me see, anybody else? Susie21, thank you again. Bopak, I'm sure I will talk to you before that, but looking forward to you being on the Halloween Spooktacular. Okay, bye-bye, guys. Thanks, Chris.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jen.
Bye.
Thanks, Mark. All right, bye-bye,
Thank you.
guys.
All right, bye. Everybody have a great
Bye.
weekend.
Here we go.